So I'm going to give Ron the opportunity to sort of explain why it's difficult to execute on a contract like this. Have you all ever heard of a sole source contract? Yes? Do you understand how difficult it is to execute? It's like an act of Congress. I have done it. It is incredibly difficult. Do you want to dive into how contracts are sort of set up with us?
Yes and no, because it is difficult.
It's difficult.
And we spoke about it a little bit yesterday, and we went into further depth about it yesterday. But one of the things that I want to stress in regarding contracting with the Department of Energy and most federal agencies, and no, not most, all, it is difficult, it's bureaucratic, we've heard the term the last 2 days, it's an ecosystem. And as I stressed yesterday, I want to stress again today. All of you are here because you know it's difficult, you have an idea, but you should not be ashamed to get the help to navigate that system. That's what my office and my staff, that's what we do. Because from the posting of an opportunity, request for information, to scope of work, all those things are tedious and takes time, and you've got to speak the language. We can help you with that. I can't sign the contract and give it to you, but I can help you navigate that system. And I want to say, with partners like this, it's doable because I have tangible evidence of taking a concept. I know what Dr. McCoy's office does, SCEP, and I said, hey, I think I might have a solution in front of you. Put minority, African-American, woman-owned business in front of him, did his due diligence, his team, and I think in like 6 months, we went from concept to connecting the dots, helping them navigate the system, to a solution that they brought to SCEP, and it's been executed on. 6 months, $500,000 with potential for 4.5. So as Shalea said, as Dr. McCoy knows, as I know, very difficult, but the persistence, and we're there as an asset to help you, make you aware, navigate, facilitate on your behalf. You sell yourself, bring a solution to the table, and it's possible. That's the last thing I want to. It is possible to go from concept, hello, I'm Mr. ABC, and I run this company, to actual contract being executed.
Absolutely. So to help these folks, what is one of your pet peeves when folks are approaching you out in the world or they send you an email? What is something that folks should avoid doing?
They should avoid, as Shalea was just asking, being long-winded. Know what you do well, get to the point. I like what you did. Like, the elevator pitch was on point. This is what I do. This is the problem I can solve for you. Done. I wanted to put someone else on the spot. I think she was the EV Queen of the East. Yes.
Miss Tanya
Stood
Hicks.
up. Oh my
She's a
God.
beast.
Stood up.
Yeah.
You know, jab, jab, right hook. Know what she does. Know how she can solve the problem, deliver a solution. So, my favorite word, not that you guys care, my favorite word in the English language is brevity. So if you're brief but impactful and know your worth and why, and you can do that in 90 seconds or 30 seconds or less, that's what we need.
So what you're saying is, don't come up to us and say, hey, I do clean energy. What?
Yeah.
What does that mean? What do you do? Tell me clearly, concisely, what do you do? What's it going to cost me? What do you need? What do you want? right? So when you get on the line with one of these folks, I'm telling you, be clear. 5 slides or less. Didn't we learn that last week?
Last week we did.
Last
Yes,
week we
yes.
were together. I was like, oh, Ron's here. And the gentleman, he was from NIH.
Shannon Jackson, Azabu director at HHS.
That's what it was.
Yeah.
He said 5 slides or less. If you get the opportunity to sit with a government official, 5 slides. First slide is cover page. That's just cover. Who are you? Title. Simple. Tell us who I'm talking to. Next one is what do you do? 1 slide. If you tell anybody in the federal government that you do everything, you're done. You're done, because that means that you don't do anything really well. Be great at something. And yes, you can have add-ons, but don't come to me and tell me that you can solve every federal problem, because that's a problem. I'm not going to believe you. I didn't fall off of a pickle truck yesterday. I did not. Tell me you did it right. The 3rd slide, I think, was your financials, your past performance, if you had it.
Past performance and your capabilities.
Your capabilities.
Your NAICS codes, you're literally breaking it down.
And there was a slide that also said, okay, check the boxes for us, right? Like, tell us that you're minority owned, you're women owned, whatever that looks like for you, where you operate, can you mobilize? What does that look like? And then close it out. What do you want? Because although you do something, doesn't mean that that's the thing that you want to end up doing for us. You do transportation, but you're open and willing to exploring the world of hazardous waste materials. What does it look like to move that? I need help navigating the contracting system. I want to go after grants for R&D. I have an idea. These are all possible things, but you have to tell us what you want, and you have to do it briefly. We have an entire nation to serve. There's one of me and already 35 of you here. Be quick. Be concise, be clear.